Big boss, big five, late nights, big vibes, wrist ice, bad bitch light, from the hood, where they throw dice, a lot of money on site.
What is good, my people? It's your boy Falo Jr. back again with another video. If it's your first time on the channel, please make sure you hit that like button, you comment down below your best thoughts, subscribe to the channel, and keep on sharing the link with your friends and family, guys. So as you know, guys, we've been operating a few videos for you. We've decided to still look for a name, but for now we'll still call it Seated With Me. Yeah, so today on today's episode of Seated With Me, I'm going to be talking about habits that lead to consistent losses, right? You might be wondering what's keeping you in the losing streak for longer than it should be, and you find out that it's just you and your habits that you need to reanalyze and go back to your drawing board and put a set of rules for yourself to overcome that losing streak, guys. You understand? So the first tip I'm going to give you guys is over trading, guys. Once you find yourself in a position where you're taking consistent losses, refrain from trading a lot, but making sure that the trades that you take are actually snipers or actually trades that are actually have a higher risk reward ratio, stuff like that. Make sure that when you get in, you kill, and then you go out. You don't be trading now, adding more positions. You don't have to be doing things that aren't supposed to be done. You know yourself, you know the rules that you've set out for yourself. The best way to do that is to actually respect the rules that you've set out for yourself as well, right? So it's gonna tip I'm gonna be giving to you guys about what leads to consistent losses and how to overcome this, guys, is actually fighting the trend, guys. You can't be in a market and expect the market to go in a bullish direction or build a bullish trend and want to objectify the market and say the market is going to sell. As most traders would always say, the trend is your friend, and that is actually honestly what I've also learned, that the trend is your friend. Don't try and fight the trend is your friend. Another thing, it's not like when you're trading, this is the third tip, and that's taking small losses. How do I mean by taking small losses? You hold your losses longer than how you hold your profits, and you end up blowing because you're taking small profits and big losses, whereas you should be taking big wins and small losses, and that's what's actually going to make you become profitable. The fourth tip is that you're not accepting your losses, guys. You may see that, okay, I entered a buy at a wrong area of demand or at a wrong horizontal line, whatever your Fibonacci price or whatever, however you trade. You may see that you are now wrong, but you'll keep on holding, and the market is not doing what it's supposed to. If the market is not doing what you have anticipated, get yourself out, accept your loss, and then that's how you become profitable. Because now you accepting quicker that I'm actually wrong is going to make you close losses that are minimal, and then, like I said, taking small losses and everything like that, you need to accept a loss. A loss happens to every one of us. It's part of the game, and we just have to keep it moving. Which is going to be tip number 5, thinking that you have to always be right by all the time. You can't. I've never seen a trader that has taken 100 trades and won all those 100 trades. At some point, you need to understand that you can't be right all the time. You can't be right all the time. You just have to understand that it's part of the game and it happens. So as a tip number 6, that makes you guys be consistent, really changing strategies. You can't be using my strategy today and then that strategy works for 3 weeks, and then I just encounter 5 losses, and now you want to switch a strategy, go to another strategy, learn it, and then now you're gonna get to a point where you're gonna have an information overload, where you know all the strategies, that when this strategy says buy, this other one says sell. That's how our strategies are. At some point with my strategy, where I take losses, some strategies are profiting, and when some strategies are profiting, when I'm also profiting, they are losing. So it's actually a zero-sum game. You need to be understanding that changing strategies is not going to work for you in the long term run. Choose one strategy, master that strategy. Like they always say, you can be jack of all trades but master of none. You can't want to know all of those strategies and expect that you're going to be perfect. You haven't mastered one. Just focus on one strategy, master it, and make sure that becomes your bread and butter. The other thing that, this is the last tip I'm going to be giving to you guys. This is the 7th tip and the final tip. Guys, not making research about what trading, what pair you're trading, what moves that pair, not doing your homework with it, researching. And if you can't just wake up today and be like, I want to trade USD JPY, or I want to trade T100, Nasdaq, or WS30, like I just want to trade it, but not knowing what moves it, what times does it usually move. You have to hold trades for this long, or how do I put it? How that pip count works and stuff like that. Because you might find out you opening a 0.10 on a USD JPY trade is not equivalent to you opening a lot size 10 on a T100 Nasdaq trade. So you need to make sure that you guys research, you do your research, you do your homework, you back test, and you know what you're actually trading, because you need to be educated about what you're doing. We're talking about money here, we're not going to be talking about games. So you need to make sure that you're prepared, because if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. I'll say it again, if you fail to prepare, you're preparing yourself to fail. So you need to prepare yourself that you can't even fail. You understand? And as much more back testing, doing your homework about certain stuff, that's what's actually going to put you one step forward. It's you actually preparing yourself and putting in the hard work. And while putting in that hard work, you become lucky. You don't become lucky by just sitting down and just getting information. You get lucky by implementing, working, and putting in the time. So this is the last point that I've just given to you guys, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of Currently Seated with Falo. If it's your first time, please also like that video, comment your thoughts on this video, subscribe, share with your friends and family, because you might be helping one that's actually in need, and you might actually change someone's person's life. Tango. Till next time.
Check. That's the system. The system that's going to break that poverty cycle.